Hello, dear viewers and soap opera aficionados. It's us, the passionate team behind the TV channel Days Drama Digest, your ultimate source for all things riveting, heart-wrenching, and utterly addictive in the world of daytime television. Today, we're diving headfirst into the swirling vortex of speculation, secrets, and sibling synergy that has the Days of Our Lives fandom buzzing with electric anticipation. Picture this, the iconic sands of time trickling through that famous hourglass, only to reveal a twist so profound it could shatter the very foundations of Salem's tangled web of relationships. We're talking about the potential bombshell return of Deidre Hall's real-life twin sister, Andrea Hall, to the beloved NBC soap. Is this mere wishful thinking, or could it herald a surprise resurgence of evil twins, doppelgangers, and unbridled chaos? Join us as we unravel the threads of this tantalizing possibility, exploring the history, the heart, and the high-stakes drama that could redefine the show forever. Buckle up, because this isn't just a story, it's a saga waiting to explode. To truly appreciate the magnitude of this potential comeback, we must first journey back through the annals of Days of Our Lives, a show that has captivated audiences since its premiere on November 8, 1965. Created by Ted and Betty Corday and later shepherded by a lineage of visionary producers, this enduring daytime drama has woven tales of love, betrayal, redemption, and resurrection across generations. At its core stands Deidre Hall, the luminous actress who has portrayed the indomitable Dr. Marlena Evans since 1976, a role that has seen her character endure possession by the devil, multiple kidnappings, and enough romantic entanglements to fill a library of romance novels. Hall's portrayal is nothing short of legendary. Her Marlena is a beacon of strength amid Salem's perpetual storms, earning her accolades, Emmy nominations, and a devoted fanbase that spans the globe. But what if we told you that the drama doesn't stop at Deidre's solo spotlight? Enter the twin factor, trope as old as soap operas themselves, yet one that gains an extra layer of authenticity when it involves actual identical siblings. The concept of twins and doppelgangers has long been a staple in the soap opera genre, serving as a delicious vehicle for plot twists that keep viewers on the edge of their seats. From General Hospital's Luke and Laura saga intertwined with lookalikes, to All My Children's Erica Kane facing her own mirrored nemesis, these storylines thrive on the duality of good versus evil identity crises, and the blurred lines between reality and deception. In Days of Our Lives, this theme has been explored with particular flair, most notably through Deidre Hall's own ventures into dual roles. Who could forget the chilling era when Marlena was cloned or possessed, creating doppelgangers that sowed seeds of doubt and destruction? But the real magic happened when the show blurred the lines between fiction and family, by casting Deidre's identical twin sister, Andrea Hall, in pivotal roles that amplified the intrigue to unprecedented levels. Andrea's entry into the Days universe wasn't just a casting gimmick. It was a masterstroke of serendipity. Born just minutes apart from Deidre on October 31, 1947, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Hall twins shared an unbreakable bond from childhood, while Deidre pursued acting straight out of the gate, landing roles in theater and television that culminated in her Days breakthrough. Andrea took a different path. She graduated with a degree in special education, a field that demanded empathy, adaptability, and an innate understanding of human behavior, skills that would later prove invaluable on the soap opera set. Andrea's foray into acting came later, but when it did, it was with a bang. In 1977, she joined Days of Our Lives as Samantha Evans, Marlena's twin sister, in a storyline that mirrored their real-life connection, while injecting it with the show's signature melodrama. Oh, the drama that ensued. Samantha wasn't just a mirror image of Marlena, she was her polar opposite, a scheming, seductive force of nature who wreaked havoc on Salem's residents. Viewers were spellbound as the twins clashed in scenes laden with tension, betrayal, and raw emotion. Deidre Hall herself has often reflected on this period with a mix of nostalgia and exhilaration. In a recent interview that has set the fandom ablaze, Hall opened up about the sheer joy of collaborating with her sister. "Working with my sister was really amazing," she enthused, her voice carrying the warmth of shared memories. She played Samantha, and then she transformed into Hattie Adams, who was a total wild card. Indeed, Andrea's evolution from Samantha to Hattie marked a turning point in the show's history. Hattie, a quirky, no-holds-barred character introduced in the late 1990s, was a far cry from the polished poise of Marlena. She was brash, unpredictable, and utterly liberated, a woman who lived life on her own terms, unbound by societal norms. What made Andrea's performance so captivating was her background in special education, which imbued her acting with a fearless creativity. Unlike actors trained in rigid conservatories, Andrea approached her roles with the unfiltered imagination of someone who had spent years nurturing diverse minds. This freedom translated into performances that were bold, boundary-pushing, and electrically alive. Hall recounted with a chuckle how Andrea's lack of formal acting constraints allowed her to improvise in ways that stunned the cast and crew. She could easily adjust her bra, pull down her panties, or do anything she wanted. And it was all completely acceptable, Deidre shared, highlighting the raw authenticity that Andrea brought to the screen. These weren't mere antics. They were emblematic of Hattie's wild-spirited character who embodied the chaos of human imperfection. Imagine the set, lights blazing, cameras rolling, and Andrea diving into a scene where Hattie, in a fit of comedic frustration, readjusts her wardrobe mid-monologue, eliciting gasps and giggles from the audience. It was this uninhibited energy that made Hattie an instant fan favorite, her antics providing comic relief amid the show's heavier plotlines of infidelity, murder, and supernatural intrigue. The audience's love for Andrea's portrayals was palpable. Fan mail poured in, forums in the pre-internet era, think letters and phone calls to the network buzzed with praise, and ratings spiked during her arcs. Hattie's storylines, in particular, were a rollercoaster from her initial appearance as a Marlena lookalike in a mental institution, to her later escapades involving schemes with Stefano DiMera, the notorious villain whose machinations have defined Days for decades. Andrea's ability to switch seamlessly between vulnerability and villainy added depth to these narratives, making viewers question loyalties and root for the underdog. But alas, like many soap characters, Hattie's presence faded over time, with Andrea stepping away from the spotlight to focus on family and other pursuits. Deidre continued to carry the torch, her Marlena evolving through possessions, comas, and resurrections that kept the show alive and kicking. Fast forward to today, and the whispers of Andrea's return are growing into a roar. Why now? The soap opera landscape is ripe for revival, with streaming platforms breathing new life into classic shows, and fans clamoring for nostalgic comebacks. Days of Our Lives has navigated its own share of upheavals, from network shifts to Peacock exclusivity. A twin sister reunion could be the perfect catalyst to reignite passion among longtime viewers, while attracting a new generation. Imagine the dramatic possibilities. What if Hattie returns from the shadows, perhaps as part of a larger conspiracy involving the DiMera or Brady families? Or picture a storyline where Samantha is resurrected through some sci-fi twist, cloning, time travel, or even a long-lost secret child mirroring the show's history of outlandish yet enthralling plots. Deidre Hall's recent comments have only fueled the fire. In her interview, she didn't just reminisce. She painted a vivid picture of the sisterly synergy that made their collaborations magical. Andrea's performance was completely freeing, and the audience loved her, Hall emphasized, her eyes sparkling with the memory of shared laughter and creative breakthroughs. This isn't hyperbole. Twins' real-life bond infused their on-screen interactions with an authenticity that's rare in television. Deidre has often spoken of their telepathic connection, how they could anticipate each other's lines and reactions without rehearsal. It's this intangible chemistry that could explode onto the screen once more, delivering episodes filled with double crosses, heartfelt reconciliations, and the kind of edge-of-your-seat suspense that Days does best. But let's delve deeper into Andrea's unique journey. Growing up in a Midwestern family, the Hall twins were inseparable, their identical looks often leading to playful mix-ups. Deidre's path to stardom was paved with determination. She moved to Los Angeles in her early 20s, landing guest spots on shows like The Young and The Restless before securing her Days role. Andrea, meanwhile, channeled her energies into education, earning her degree and working with special needs children. This experience honed her empathy and improvisation skills, qualities that shone through in her acting. When the opportunity arose to join Days, Andrea didn't hesitate. Her debut as Samantha was a revelation. Audiences were mesmerized by the twins' mirror image appearances, yet distinct personalities. Samantha's arc involved jealousy, manipulation, and eventual redemption, culminating in emotional scenes where the sisters confronted their shared past. Then came Hattie, a character born from the show's penchant for absurdity. Introduced in 1998, Hattie was initially a patient at a psychiatric hospital who bore an uncanny resemblance to Marlena. Andrea embraced the role with gusto, transforming Hattie into a fan icon through her eccentric behaviors and hilarious one-liners. Remember the episode where Hattie impersonated Marlena to infiltrate the DiMera mansion? The chaos that followed, mistaken identities, botched schemes, and slapstick mishaps had viewers in stitches. Andrea's willingness to go all in, from wardrobe malfunctions to over-the-top accents, exemplified her liberated approach. Her degree in special education meant she had no restrictions on her creativity, Deidre explained. Indeed, teaching had taught Andrea to adapt on the fly, turning potential flubs into gold. One behind-the-scenes anecdote recounts a take where Andrea, as Hattie, spontaneously adjusted her costume during a heated argument, adding a layer of realism that the directors loved. It was these moments that endeared her to the crew and cast, fostering a set environment buzzing with energy. The impact of Andrea's roles extended beyond entertainment. They sparked discussions about identity and family bonds. Fans wrote letters sharing how the twins' storylines resonated with their own sibling relationships, while critics praised the show for blending real-life elements with fiction. Yet, after her stints, Andrea retreated from the limelight, marrying and raising a family while occasionally appearing in other projects. Deidre, ever the supportive sister, has kept the door open for a return, often teasing in interviews that you never know what Salem has in store. Now, as we stand on the precipice of 2025, the timing couldn't be more perfect for Andrea's comeback. Days of Our Lives has recently celebrated its 15,000th episode, a milestone that underscores its resilience. With head writer Ron Carlivati known for his love of twists, think the recent Undad returns, and Family Secrets, a twin revival, fits seamlessly. Speculation is rampant on social media. Twitter threads dissect potential plot lines. Reddit forums poll fans on Hattie's fate, and TikTok videos recreate iconic scenes. One fan theory posits Hattie emerging from hiding to aid Marlena against a new villain, perhaps a descendant of Stefano seeking revenge. Another imagines a crossover with past doppelgangers, creating a multiverse of Marlenas that would blow minds. But what would Andrea's return mean dramatically? It could inject fresh vigor into aging storylines, providing comic relief amid the show's darker tones. Picture Hattie stumbling into a wedding, mistaking the groom for an old flame, or Samantha revealing a long-buried secret that upends the Horton family tree. The dramatic stakes are sky-high: tears, laughter, betrayals, and perhaps even a twin switch that fools everyone, including the audience. Deidre's enthusiasm suggests she's game. Her recent podcast appearances hint at unfinished business between the sisters on screen. Of course, challenges abound. Soap operas operate on tight budgets and schedules, and coordinating a return requires alignment of stars literally and figuratively. Andrea's life has evolved. Would she reprise the role with the same unbridled energy? Yet, the precedent is there. Days has brought back characters like Vivian Alamain and E.J. Demera after long absences, each time with fanfare. A Hall Twins reunion could be marketed as an event special, drawing lapsed viewers back to Peacock. As we wrap this exploration, the question lingers like a cliffhanger: could we ever see Andrea Hall back on Days of Our Lives? The signs are promising. Deidre's glowing recollections, fan demand, and the show's history of surprises all point to yes. But in the unpredictable world of Salem, nothing is certain until the credits roll. So, dear readers, stay tuned to Days Drama Digest for updates. We'll be here dissecting every rumor, analyzing every interview, and dreaming of the day when the twins reunite to deliver the drama we crave. Until then, let the speculation simmer, and remember, in Days of Our Lives, the past is never truly buried, it's just waiting for its dramatic resurrection.